Do you guys want to start with introducing each of yourselves?
Sure.
Yes.
Keep it quiet.
Maybe with the oldest mod first.
Yeah.
Not by age,
Yeah.
by Reddit time.
Shots fired.
Head mod. Were there
That's
you,
not
Miss
me.
Elfie?
Queen mod.
I don't know what to say.
Killing it.
Great.
This is going really well.
Someone else go first so I can copy you.
There you
Alright,
go.
I'll go first. I'm Lady Pyrian. I've been a mod for about a year now. I did take a small break, but I'm back. And I bring to the team just the general monitoring. I don't really mess with the wikis or anything, so. Alright, Elfie, your turn.
Well, that was excellent. Okay. I think most people just call me Elf. I have been a mod for probably a year and a half. Since the sub only had about 3,000 subscribers, so it's gotten much bigger. I think I'm the only one left from that time, and the sub has definitely transformed from what it used to be. Back when I started, we didn't have any rules, except one that said be nice to people. So
That's a good first rule.
I kind of added some rules, and then it has become what it has become, good or bad. And I do a little bit of everything, general modding, working on the wikis and everything. And I tend to, I don't want to say make the final decisions for some things, but I feel like everyone comes and asks me what they're supposed to do, certain things.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, you're our oracle.
Yeah.
You've been around for so long that Elfie definitely has like the most experience.
Yeah, you're the most knowledgeable.
Queen mod.
Queen mod.
Yeah, she's on a break.
Remember, questions go in my turn. Who hasn't introduced themselves yet?
I think
Is it me?
Maddie is next, right?
Yeah, okay, let's go for it. So you'll see me around on the sub as Iraqi, but that's her nickname that was left over from when I was 13. So please, just Maddie is a lot easier because even I can't pronounce that. I've been on the sub for about 7 months. I joined when the sub was around 13k subscribers. I mainly do monitoring, and then I do a lot of changes on the wiki, which is my baby.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I think
It's
that's
Ririki?
me.
I always pronounce it Ririkai.
Oh god.
Oh!
Sorry.
The best part about the radio show is like we hear how you're supposed to pronounce each other's names. I
Wait.
love it.
Yeah, say your name again. How you
Maddie.
spelled it? No.
Duh!
Maddie.
Riraki, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Okay,
I can't
yeah,
pronounce
that's how I've always been studying it. Okay. Yeah, I'm Yumi. I'm Glitter Unicorn Puke on
Love that.
Poetic name ever.
on Reddit. There's a long story behind that name that is kind of R-rated, so I'm not going to say that. Don't ask, guys.
Oh.
And I've been modding since I think June or July of last year, so I can't do math. I'm a little drunk. And I think like my baby. So like I do like a lot of post removals and sending people to the right place, but mostly I'd say my like true baby is the resources, which I'm actually going to take this opportunity just to link that.
Yeah, please. If any time during the show you guys mention like a specific page or anything, please feel free to post it in Whispering so we can grab it.
Yeah. No, just because like it's.
Yeah.
I love
Sorry.
it. I'm gonna stop talking about it.
Sorry.
I love it so much. It's gonna take up like 20 minutes of the show. Just look at it.
Okay, is it my turn? Or Blythe? We came in at the same time.
Go, Purity. Take it away.
Okay, so I've been a mod for, I don't know, a month? Somewhere around there. I don't know, Purity Rain. That username has been in use for, I don't know, 10 years because, I don't know, and I use it for everything. I don't particularly, I just do general modding, and especially since I'm still really new, I'm still learning the ropes. So, but hopefully, I plan on having some sort of visual FAQ for everyone. So that's kind of my
Ooh.
upcoming baby.
Is it like already in the works, or is it a huge idea that you're still like trying to figure out how you're gonna do?
I just took a ton of screenshots on my tablet the other day, and oh my gosh, it's a lot. It's gonna be
Fair
fun.
enough. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Was that everyone? Oh my god, I can't keep track now.
No,
Blythe,
Blythe.
Oh,
Last but not least is me. No. So I am Clarstone or Clarestone on Reddit. I really don't care how you pronounce it. It's subjective. But I'm Blythe on here and on LoveNikki, and I've just started modding recently as well. I feel like I'm still kind of learning the ropes, but I feel like I just kind of do the general moderating right now. But it's been amazing getting into the mod team and everything, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully starting new things and improving the subreddit.
This is awesome. So, are you guys excited to be here?
Yes.
no. Yes.
No.
No, get out.
Source to get out again. Yes. Okay. So, do you have anything you want to start with? Like maybe the history of the subreddit, and then we'll move on to the questions people specifically have? Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elfie.
That's a good start, because you might knock
All right,
out some of the
Elfie.
questions.
Okay.
What's the history of the subreddit?
Right.
All right. And I can answer. I saw a question earlier and whispering about the original person who made it. When I first came on the October before last, or actually maybe it was August, I can't even remember. There were, I think, 3 mods, and I was just like, I've modded on Reddit before. Do you guys need help? And they were like,
Oh,
I guess we don't really do anything. Oh wait, am I like? Can you guys hear me?
no,
You
you were
were cutting
cutting
out
out
for a
for a
minute.
second. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first came on back then, there were like 3 mods, so I was just like, do you guys need help? Because I've modded on Reddit before. And they were like, I guess we don't really do anything. So I actually replaced someone I knew on that original team. Back then, none of the mods talked to each other. We didn't really we didn't have a Discord or anything. I had never communicated with any of them. And so one day we had a bunch, I guess there was some type of like LoveNikki drama, like always happens. And a bunch of people were like spamming the subreddit. And so I locked it thinking that made it so people couldn't post. But apparently it made the entire thing private, and I didn't know that. And so one of the other mods found me on Discord and got in touch with me and was like, did you lock the subreddit? And I was like, yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. And she was like, me neither. I guess we should talk about it. And so we were the only 2 for a long time. So we tried to make things better. We kicked out all the other mods who weren't doing anything. We tried to get some rules in there, and we recruited new mods, like the ones we have now. The original subreddit owner is still on there because we can't kick her. She's the one who has technically all the power to kick us. But
Yeah, it's based on seniority.
I've reached out to her. Yeah, I've reached out to her, but I just haven't talked to her or been able to get in contact with her for a long time. So, I don't know. She could kick us all one day. But that's kind of the history. It's grown a lot faster than I thought it would. When I first started, we had 3,000 subscribers. And I put some rules in. About 2 months after that, we had 10,000. And I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
Like, people like this game.
Actually, just for context, like Alfie told us this story like 2 days ago, and just so people know, she didn't shut down the sub just because. I think you said you had to step away for the evening or something like
I know
that.
that it sounds bad. So I guess there was some type of LoveNikki drama. I don't know if it was on Facebook or what, but there was someone who wanted to like boycott LoveNikki or something. So they went to the subreddit with all these posts about how like specific names of people were like awful people, and like posting like links to them and like their names and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's probably not a good idea to have that up there. So every time, and I was in the middle of New York City at the moment, like on vacation, and I was like, I don't have time to deal with this. And every time I would remove their posts, they would just add more, and they were like,
Wow.
oh my God. Yeah, every time I'd remove their posts, they would add more, and there were like 15 people, I think it was an entire guild, doing this. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? So I thought I just turned off posting for the night, but somehow I made the sub private so no one could see it. And I guess everyone thought they had been blocked because I woke up to like 500 messages saying, why did I get banned? And I was like, oh no, what did I do? So that's that. Yeah, I didn't mean to come in like all authoritative and like, this thing is private and I've kicked out all the other mods and like, I'm Hitler now.
Oh, it's trying to make organization out of chaos.
Yes. So that's the history.
Actually, Alfie,
That's
do you know when
awesome.
it actually started? When the sub was actually created?
I believe it was created about, let me think. The game started in late May, and I want to say the sub was created in July because it had been open for a few months when I came on.
Cool.
And like, there were no links or anything. Like, legitimately, the only rule was like, please don't be mean.
That's so
and
cute.
I know, and like,
It's always the first rule.
no one had like ever removed any posts. It was kind of a wasteland.
Yeah. But it's so cool now. Like, I'm honestly overwhelmed by most of it. I try to keep up, but man, there's so much.
It's taken on a life of its own.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, we're at like, how many subs are we at? Why can't I find it? Oh yeah, we're almost at 25,000 now. Like subscribers, not like daily, not even like just regular readers.
Oh yeah. Growing so fast.
Quick, everyone subscribe so we can have 25K.
This
Can
is my
we
new
hit
favorite
25K during the show?
I feel like in the last
play with you
Oh my God.
in the last 6 months, it's grown so quickly. It's been insane.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
It's awesome though. Like, I love that you have to have like substantial content. It has to be something you've put thought into for a moment, and not just everyone's whims and thoughts. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's quality versus quantity.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate that very much. Well, do you want to move on to questions?
Heck yes, we do.
Someone got really excited when they saw Idol's questions. Who was that?
Okay, so I would like to answer the first 2 questions from Idol.
Okay, wait. For the people who, okay. I was gonna say, for those listening, they don't see my turn. They only see whispering for the ones in the future. So Idol did. If you've been paying attention lately with us, Idol did his usual first 2 questions. Do you like sapphire and do you like seducing makeup? And someone during the pre-show banter got super excited. Who was that?
That was me, Purity Rain.
Purity. Okay, go ahead.
Hi. And I'm going to answer them out of order. So, do I like seducing makeup? Heck yes, I do. It is literally the most amazing makeup in the game. For like everything.
Take that, Selena.
But also, however, that is not if I put Sapphire in the list of best makeups, or like of all the makeups, it's in its own category. As someone part of Sapphires, I have to say, long live Lord Sapphire.
Yes.
And as someone who hates them both, I say get out.
Also, Also, some months ago, before I was even in that guild, some months ago, I actually made a post on Reddit showing a ton of hairstyles on top of the sapphire makeup. I think there's like 30 of them at least, and it was a lot of work.
That was you? I remember
That was me. That was me.
That was so nice.
Thank you. It was super fun too.
Yeah, I think like all the other like older mods saw like, do you like Sapphire makeup, and just did like a collective sigh of just like big sigh. I can't. Yeah, I'm so burned out on it that like I can't even like start to answer why it's hard for us.
That's actually also why I posted that, because I saw all of the Sapphire posts, and I'm like, let me post a good one. No.
Wow.
Shots fired.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. Yes, I love you guys already.
That's actually, when I applied for Sapphires, that's actually one of the main things I put on my application, was that I made that post on Reddit.
Oh my god, you're like, this is my redeeming quality of all of them.
Resume.
The one. They're like, yes, when can we have you?
We'll kick someone now. Go ahead. Get to cool down. So what about seducing?
I think seducing is amazing. Are you joking?
It's like the perfect makeup for someone that you want, like, looking at the screen like, hey. It's so universal.
Well, I personally don't hate any of the makeups. I think it has its uses, just like Sapphire. They're not bad. They're just mean.
You're so fair.
I'll be honest. If I had $1 for each time I actually used Sapphire or seducing in any competitions, I'd have $0.
There you go. See?
It's a symbolic love.
I think about, like, when, oh god, my mic sucks. I think about, like, Pokemon, where they're like, there are no bad Pokemon, they're only bad trainers. And it's like, there are no bad items, there are only bad stylists.
Exactly.
Accurate.
Yes! Oh my god.
Mic drop.
You thought shots were fired on my end.
Right. I wasn't ready for this.
By the way,
okay.
those chibi styles, yes, super adorbs.
I
mean, look at his face.
Half the times the icons look better than the actual makeup themselves.
Oh, they do.
I agree.
I don't know. There are some of them that are way better in person than in the like Nikki's info thing as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
They never match up.
Yeah, no, they don't. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have to actually manually check on each one before putting one on.
Oh, Nikki Debs,
right.
How we love you.
I guess we should get to more questions.
So, yeah, what is, each of you real quick, what is your favorite item in LoveNikki?
Auspicious cloud. Well, it's prosperous, whatever, cloud now. It's golden shoes that came stars. I don't know why. I love, but that is my favorite item, period. Don't know why. I use them whenever I can.
I like
Sapphire. I'm just kidding.
I like Guard Sunshine, the like succulent handbag. I don't know why. Like it's just so beautiful. Like I love succulents, and thinking about walking around with them in my purse is incredible.
That's a good answer.
That is such
that one once, and I was like, oh yes. Why hasn't anyone made this in real life?
I think my favorite is the All Gone Silent background. That's like the black smoky background from Eternal Instant. I use it in almost every suit I make.
It is such like an instant darkened item.
Mm-hmm.
It's very moody.
Yes.
Big mood.
I think I'll forever be in debt. I think I'll forever be in debt to Ruddy Beauty because I think I joined right about when they did Star Secrets, and that makeup just carried me through everything, and I didn't have to use the defaults.
Yes, Ruddy Beauty is the best.
Yeah, I think for me it's probably the the bloody one from the recent. God dang it! Why can't I remember the name of it? Like where she has like blood coming out of her eyes and mouth.
I love that one.
Yes, God, what is it called? I can't even remember, but I know what you're talking about.
all
That
know
one's
which
so
one.
good.
Yes.
Another banquet?
Hellish Bloom. Yes, thank you.
Yes,
No,
Hellish Bloom.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, I can't think of any particular item, but my favorite category of items is definitely makeup. By far. If there's makeup in an event, I will try my best to get the makeup. But as I was sitting here, I realized my favorite item in game is that Dogo butt bag.
Yes.
So much so that my sister got me one for Christmas.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so cute.
Maybe I'll post it in whispering for everybody to see.
You should.
Yeah, please do.
I thought this was a Christian server.
I thought we established earlier that it is not true.
So do we want to move to the next question while we wait?
Yeah.
Sure.
How many
Oh yeah,
posts
it's
do you
gonna take
delete? Oh yeah, you're fine. So it looks like we're getting into like the real thick of the questions here for what you guys actually do. How many posts do you delete per day on average?
That depends, I think, on like new event days a lot more because people are like, well, what do I do for this event? How do I play? What outfit am I supposed to use? And we're just like, we already have all this information up. Please look.
Right.
But other days maybe like between 5 and 10.
Sure.
It used to be a lot worse during like update days, and then I believe it was Maddie who had the like excellent idea of just like saying,
that's me.
if this is okay, I knew it was someone. Okay, then it was Yumi who was like, if this is sticky, do not post about it, because we would remove like hundreds in an hour that would say like, I can't get into LoveNikki, I can't get into LoveNikki, and it's like, no, everyone cannot get in.
Yes.
Do you look anywhere before posting?
I remember I was sitting on the bus.
I have to share. Hold on.
Go on.
Okay, so this is literally my favorite thing that was posted in the mods Discord. Was the first update that I was there for, and Maddie made this. She made me promise to disclaimer that she made it in like 5 minutes on her phone. So the green may have been a bad choice, but it's my favorite thing of all time.
I love that.
That's
wow.
my favorite one.
That is the truth.
Wait, why can't I win?
Yeah, the green on the blue is.
I tried it with everything.
That definitely makes it better, honestly.
Mama said it's taking me forever to read.
That was her secret plan, is to slow you down.
Let's see. Blessed asked if you can give them all of your waifu.
Yes. I have none.
Actually, excuse me. We're gonna keep our waifus. You can't have them.
Yeah, they're mine. What the heck?
We worked hard for our waifus.
Yeah.
Tilly asked how many. Tilly asked how many hours per day do you spend on Reddit modding? Like maybe on average.
So
probably like 4 or 5 on an average day, like casually.
For me, on a work day, it's about 4 or 5 off and on. On a day that I have off, it's more like 10 hours just off and on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Am I making you guys work too hard?
No.
Team evaluation.
Back when for a while, I was literally the only sub of 20,000 people. Because there was one other mod and she went on break and I was like, oh my god. And for that time it was awful. It was like 10 hours a day and it was just checking in while I was at work and stuff. But now since we have a bigger team, I feel like it's spread out more. But if you guys are spending 10 hours a day, might need to hire some new people.
No. I choose to do it. But I really love the sub, so I'm constantly on here, just on my own choice.
Yeah, I think it's more out of fun.
Yeah, there's really nothing to do when I do get on. It's Yumi and Maddie take up a lot of the removing, so it's literally just getting on and checking in, being active with the users and just hanging out.
Yeah,
just having a presence.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's weird.
It's not like a full-time job. It's just like you log in and you're just like, what's going on today? Okay, cool.
I guess it really depends on what's going on too, because how much time I spend on the mod depends on what's going on in real life and also what's going on in the mod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like such a tryhard, but like when I first started, I think there were like one in every 3 days I would actually spend like 10 hours just modding, like nothing else, like just like building, like removing posts, but like building the, sub resources or trying to learn how to do the auto mod and whatnot. And then I would inevitably get burnt out and be like, no. So yeah, no, I like moved recently and therefore it was like I had to take a hiatus. And since I've come back, it's been much more balanced. I have like I go and see people in real life.
You can't enjoy it if you're burnt out. Like,
sorry,
it's part of big projects. Like, you can't enjoy it or enjoy the purpose of it if you're burnt out on it. That's probably a good thing.
Like, super emotional. Like when I was doing that too. It was
not good. We're a close group, so I think that we're pretty good about picking up not the slack, but picking up after each other. I mean, and just taking on the work when someone else can't handle it at the moment.
Definitely. That being very understanding about it too. I've had to take 1 or 2 breaks in my year moderating. You've had to take breaks, Elfie. It's just so understanding that we can take that break and then pick it right back up a month later, 2 months later, however long it takes. We're not kicked out of the group either, so we get to keep these friends that we made, and it's an amazing group to be in.
That's so
and
good.
actually, that's something that I want to say too. Is a new mod is in everything that I've done, and even at work. Like, this is by far the most communicative group I've ever been part of. Like, we're always in constant communication with each other, and we're always
I agree.
We're always like we've got each other's backs constantly.
Yep.
And it's really amazing to be part of.
No, and it's nice to feel that as a new mod, as someone coming into it and not fully knowing all the ropes yet. It's been an amazing transition. Everyone's been so helpful.
Oh, I have the worm tinglies.
I know.
No, you.
Blessed asked if Reddit modding is hard.
Yeah.
Like with this stream of
some days more than others.
Yeah.
For me, again, because I'm new, probably one of the hardest things is not knowing how to do things. And I mod it 99% from my phone, which is it's hard.
Trash. It's trash.
Just say it.
I was trying to be nice. It's very difficult. It's not very intuitive. It's not built for moderating.
No, it's really not.
You can just call it what it is and say that it's a burning heap of
trash,
garbage.
Okay? It's terrible. But the other portion that makes it very difficult is that sometimes we have to make very difficult decisions.
Yes.
It's subjective a lot of the time.
Does this post really
it's so rarely black and white.
You find a lot of your time spent, like, I remember one time Yumi had spent like an hour on how to respond really, really nicely to someone who's pushing a takedown, and then no matter what, even if you try your hardest, you can't control how the other person reacts. So you come away from like your screen just completely drained.
Yeah, I actually did cry like on that one because they didn't take it well. And I was like, I really did actually spend a lot of time on this, and I tried to be as nice as possible, and they did not respond in kind. And it was sad.
I've cried.
I've cried
really hard.
Modding
Who hasn't cried?
is not hard to me, but the way Reddit is like.
But I will.
Reddit is different from Discord in that, like, you know, with Discord you can just like kick someone from the server, and if you like block them, I guess they can't really contact you. I've had people like follow me for months on Reddit, like with different accounts, to like tell me they're gonna kill me and my family and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's scary, and like it makes me sad. Like, people are mean.
Over Reddit.
And I've never realized people were so mean over a dress-up game.
Oh, wow. I know.
No, I definitely have. I've become much more of a misanthrope after modding. I was just like, how do people actually act like this in real life? Like, I can't believe people would even conceive of reacting to something like this in this particular way.
Yeah, I think you really get to understand how people act under an anonymous banner when you can learn how to mod.
It's like any customer service job, but with anonymity, which is worse.
Exactly.
And also, just to add to it, my coworker asked me the other day, she's like, do you get paid to do this? And I'm like, no. She's like, so do you just do it for fun? And I'm like, in short, yes.
You're like, yes, I'm having fun.
I do enjoy. Ooh, community reference. Love it.
Wait. Yay! Oh, thank you.
I love the group hug. It's so sweet.
Oh.
Anyway,
that's the best guess.
I've lost where we are in questions. Oh, we're not very far at all. We gotta
we're not. We gotta speed up a little bit.
Okay. Do you like the Poised Forest makeup?
No.
It
reminds me of Pangoro the Pokemon, okay?
For a suit that I spent 4,000 diamonds on, I hate it.
Accurate.
Ooh, are we 30 minutes through?
Pick up the speed, ladies.
So we already heard you prefer old Reddit.
What's happening? Yes.
Eigencast.
Yes.
Okay, good. Ellie Miku asks, what are your favorite and least favorite aspects of Reddit as a platform?
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna quit.
I like the organization.
That people can like make new accounts so easily. Honestly.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. That's one of the worst parts. I think one of the best parts is how organized and easily accessible a lot of our information is, as opposed to other platforms. Like, there's links everywhere, and it is so easy to navigate. Awesome. And it's really good for like competitions and challenges and little things like that. Easy to share, and nothing really seems to get lost when you need to find it. But one of the worst things is the multi-accounts, the spamming of the report buttons, and just how that anonymous feature that we talked about earlier can make people 10 times worse than it would be anywhere else.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Agreed.
Yeah. Hey, sorry. I'm gonna jump in for Flav here and finish it up for her, I think. So I think if we're on the right question, we'll go ahead and go to the next one. It sounded like Ellie said, what are your favorite and least favorite aspects of Reddit as a platform?
Oh, I think we just did that one.
I think we just
Oh, is that what you did? Okay, somebody didn't check it off. Sorry. Bless said, what do you think of SC Reddit groups?
I didn't know there were any.
Yeah, we didn't really know there were any. I mean, they don't bother us, so.
Yeah.
Links they don't exist.
I think there are more on Instagram, but as a whole, I think as any community is is kind and treats members respectfully, there's pretty little to no issues with them.
Exactly.
That's good. Not knowing sometimes is good. That means they're not causing a bunch of problems. So
Exactly, right?
I think, let me make sure I'm pronouncing this right. Jean said, how much does moderating take out of your daily routine?
It really
Not-
depends.
I mean, yeah, it depends, but for me, it's more of a I can jump in whenever. It's not really taking from my time.
And
It's
it's
just-
more like I'd be on the subreddit anyways. Like I'd be either a participant or a moderator. So now that I'm a mod, I'm just moderating instead of necessarily just observing the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't, okay. Yeah, no, like I think it depends. So when I first started, I was just constantly, I just had Discord open on my tablet constantly just so that I could see things pop up as they happened, new posts. But now it's like the only time that I actually find it hindering real life in any way is when I know that there's some sort of drama going on or something that I have to keep an eye on. Like it's not no one's broken any rules yet, but it's dangerously close to getting scary. So yeah, like at those times I'm like, okay, everybody just hold on. I'm going to stay on this for the next 15 minutes and then I'll like poke the other mods and be like, someone watch.
Hold down the fort.
Just thought I'd throw this out there. I'm mid snowstorm, so I keep cutting out. So if I don't respawn,
Yeah.
that could be why.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. It's
Well,
exciting. I mean, it's really white outside.
The Pacific Northwest
my
is going through
you're
something.
inside and warm, right?
Yes.
I think Zaya wants to ask the next question. If he's here, I'm going to go ahead and unmute him. Should be able to talk now if I did it right. Are you here, Zaya? Is he still in here? Oh, it says he's muted.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
Did I
am
not
I?
do it right?
Yes,
Oh, there
here.
we go.
Sorry, I was sorting something out.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah, just a little bit busy tonight. Hi,
No
everyone.
worries.
Hello.
Yes, hello, Ray, my fellow Sapphire cultist.
Yeah.
So the question I was going to ask is that I'm not sure how many of you mods are active in other communities. Would you say that there's any like noticeable differences between the Reddit community and other communities like the Discord or Facebook or Instagram or whatever?
I could probably take this one. I think that the Discord Reddit, what am I on about? The L&D, there's quite a difference because I think content there doesn't have as much permanence as it does. Like if you see something on Reddit, that's going to be there for a long time. If you want to go back and check a thread, you're still going to be seeing things that are like several months old. If you want to search back in the Discord, I imagine that's a lot more difficult. So I think that changes how we have to operate sometimes.
For sure, for sure.
Yay.
Fair enough.
Do you have anything else you want to say, Zaya? Or any other questions?
That's all I've had for now, I'm afraid.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Short and sweet. I'm sorry, Jay.
Good. I like short and sweet.
All right, bye.
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 All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that, and then for everybody, if you didn't notice, I posted in there. I'm gonna go ahead and close the questions now, since we do want to try to make sure we don't keep them here too long. I'm not trying to hold them hostage. We could, but
Reddit does, so
why not? We'll be here.
Next question is Mar. How did you guys become mods?
I was invited to be a mod by Elfie. She saw that I was helping out a lot after one of the dark times and
The
reached
dark
out
ages.
to me. The dark ages. But she reached out to me and she was like, "Hey, would you mind helping us out with being a mod? Is that something you're interested in?" I jumped on that. Of course, I wanted to help.
I think the rest of us just applied.
I've got a super fun story as to how I became a mod, actually. Because I never, ever would have ever considered being a mod. So,
Please
some
tell.
months ago, I used to be at odds with Elfie.
All of us have.
and I commented on someone. I remember exactly what happened. I commented on someone's post saying, "Wow, I'm really surprised Elfie hasn't taken, like, Hylian Elf hasn't taken down your post." and Elfie's like, "What do you mean by that?" And I'm like, I mean, you're just so good at what you do. And I was like really being sassy. But then I stopped myself and thought about it for a moment, and I was like, wow, actually, she responds the exact way I would. And so I kind of like wrote something like, hey, this is how I think you might be. And I kind of wrote like how I am. And she's like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. If you ever, and so we started talking, and then she's like, well, if you ever, apply to become a mod, when we start opening that up, I'll put in a word for you.
How the tables turn.
And at the time, I was like, I'm never going to apply to be a mod. But then I thought about that too, and I was like, actually, that sounds fun. So here I am.
That's so great.
For me, I think like I know that like I applied and then
God.
I don't know who was responsible for this, but there was someone with a relatively similar handle. Oh, was it you, Elfie?
No,
it was Elfie.
It was another. No, it was Grace. It was one of our other retired mods. The 2 glitters applied, and we accidentally modded the wrong one.
Yeah, because you were like, I would really like glitter, and so she sent it to the wrong one.
Oh no! It's like, Grace, I don't think this is the one we chose, and she was like, yeah, of course it is. And then like a day went by, and we were like, oh no.
Oh wow.
She wanted to get rid of the mega threads.
Oh yes, that's right. No, so like I think they reached out to me like 3 months afterwards or something like silly like that. And I was just like,
no, it was
is that how long it takes?
Well, we didn't want to kick her immediately and be like, that was an accident.
But luckily
we waited
she went
until
inactive.
Yeah, and then we were like, okay, now we can get the real one.
Oh my goodness.
I remember joining and being like, that was the first story I heard. I was like, it seems like you guys are really on top of your stuff.
What are you suggesting?
That's great. Let's keep going with the questions too. We are running out of time. We're trying to maybe go a little faster here. Eigen said, what is your favorite non-Ellen subreddit?
Marble Olympics.
Entitled Parents.
Ooh, sorry. Can you say that again? Because I can hear it.
Oh, I said Entitled Parents.
I like legal advice.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
YouTube haiku.
I'm on politics far too much lately.
Mine is boring. Skincare addiction.
Wow, everybody's is different.
Mine's the best though, so.
Oh my goodness. Tilly said, what hell event is your favorite?
I want Blood Moon. Will it ever come?
Oh no.
I would like.
They're giving us all these diamonds right now, so fingers crossed.
Good lord, I'm so suspicious.
Does anyone
Evernight
have a
was my
different
first.
one?
Well, Evernight was my first, and it's still my favorite.
Evernight is so good. Like, there are so many good suits in Evernight, and the makeup and like glowing pose for it, gets me every time.
I don't know.
I still don't have it all. It's been out twice, and I still didn't. I never have the money when it comes around. It's terrible.
Oh no!
Oh, that's the worst.
I've been
That's
around
what I'm
for
afraid
less
of
than
for
a year,
Blood Moon.
playing LoveNikki, but I think my favorite is Ghost Gathering.
Oh
so far.
yeah, I did finally
I
get
do
that.
like how
That is
this
good.
changed. Like that is a very cool
Mhm.
thing for them.
Yeah, in terms of items, yeah, that's definitely my choice as well, actually.
I don't have an opinion as far as future hell events though, because I haven't seen enough of them. I'm pretty not spoiled.
Oh, actually, this is a good piece of trivia that I know that no one has asked, but I'm just going to throw it out there, is that I don't think any of us play any of the other servers, right? Like,
I
none
do.
of
The
us
only I like occasionally get on MobyNikki, but that's only to do the pavilions.
That's the Chinese one? Moby?
I play
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, Moby's Singapore.
Oh, it's SEA. SEA.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'm
I
on
like
Miracle
spent
Nikki
a couple
and
hours.
Right. So when you see like us not being able to handle other posts, that's why, because we're like, I don't know what this is.
Exactly. What is this?
Rain was trying to stay there on some or more than one, I think.
I'm on both the Japanese and the Miracle Nikki Chinese server, but I play so seldomly that I'm practically not even on there.
Okay.
It doesn't count.
Doesn't count. I'm like level 10 maybe.
At least you're on there. I mean,
It's
you're
just to
getting
look
more
at the pretty gray outfits that I can't get.
Oh my gosh. That's probably what I would do. Idol said, describe LoveNikki in one word.
How
Addicting.
pretty.
Wait, what? Not everybody at once.
Addicting.
Addicting. That's a good one.
Addicting.
Pretty.
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Yes, obsessed.
Those are all good.
Regrets.
Very accurate.
Oh yes, the expensive I agree with.
Oh, expensive. Oh, yeah. Charlotte said, what's the one item you want to have that you currently don't?
Anything that's not available anymore, like Goldfish Girl.
Oh, she's so pretty.
Yes, the
That-
goldfish girl hair is like the straight across bangs. Ugh, I'm so sad I never got those, but also ranking things are a bit controversial.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Maple Enchantress.
I really
regret-
want the V14 suit, like holding the wine glass.
Yes,
Yeah.
give me the wine.
I need the V15 makeup.
I like how we all came alive at one. It was just like, what? Alcohol? Yes.
The high V level outfits, woof.
They are, yeah. Oh my god.
I'm getting there.
Is that good or bad though?
I really regret not getting Flower Feather when it first came onto the server. Or the second time. So I'll just be disappointed.
Bless said, do you think LoveNikki took your soul with all of the events?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
This is a unanimous
No, I like
yes.
to keep mine.
Oh no. Rain's keeping her.
My soul? Yes. Was that the question?
Yes.
You thought you have your soul still, Rain? No. Wow.
I'm almost
LoveNikki
V12. What
didn't
am I
take it?
saying?
I am 12.
It took my soul long ago.
Yeah.
So that's a
The
unanimous
answer
yes
to,
then.
the true answer to that question is what soul?
Exactly.
Ravo said, who was the founder of subreddit and where are they now?
I think I
Elfie
answered
kinda
that
already-
earlier.
yeah.
We answered that
Elfie
earlier,
answered
yeah.
How
that.
did you do that? Okay, we're gonna skip on to the next one then, since we have other questions still, and I don't want to run out of time. But it's recorded if anyone missed anything and wants to go back. Mar said, "What can we as subscribers to the Reddit do to make our lives make your lives easier?"
Can I take
the
the
pinned
Read the read me.
Yeah, I know there's a
Report
lot of
button.
rules. Just read them.
Yeah, I think for me it would just be like use the search function. It's the single easiest thing to do. And you probably will find it. Like just try like 2 different search terms and you will find an answer to your question. It will be there. The Reddit search algorithm is actually pretty good. It's just that people don't always title things the way they should. So it might be
exactly
a little bit harder to find, but if you try enough search terms, you will find it.
I think that what I'll say is that if you're using like the mobile app or something, which I'm sure most people do, the pinned README post and kind of go to the spot where it says like click on things. You will be able to find a lot of really great resources on there. Another thing too is because I don't think the search function works very well on the mobile Reddit. If you just Google what you're looking for and then put Reddit in there somewhere, you'll probably find something.
Oh yeah, you can.
I would also like
Reddit.com semicolon, I think, or not semicolon, colon. Yeah.
Also, use the report button as much as you need to. We don't always catch bad comments and bad posts, and so people let it escalate because they didn't want to report them. If you just report, it brings it to our attention and it's completely anonymous, and it really helps us out.
Yeah, agreed.
That's all.
Quick, hold your breath.
What's happening?
I don't use that a lot. Yeah, it sounds like somebody. Did you go out into the snowstorm? Whoever it was.
No.
Bless said, "Who do you hate most, Momo or Nidhogg, and why?"
Momo, because Nidhogg is big.
Momo.
So, was
I
it
hate
just
Nidhogg.
everybody to say Momo? Oh, okay.
I actually love him.
I do too.
I mean, he's like rude, but he's so cute. He's just his little belly. His little kitty belly.
His traitorous belly.
I just want to pet his little kitty belly.
I mean, Nidhogg's pretty bad too, though. I see all y'all with your flares.
Like
Yeah, I know.
anyone who changes their fashion choices based on whether or not they're out as evil is kind of awesome in my book. I don't know.
He's my lock screen photo. Like, I don't mess around when it comes to Nidhogg.
I mean, granted, I don't hate Momo either, but the reason I love Nidhogg actually is because I wasn't really reading the story of LoveNikki until that fated moment. And at that moment, I was like, oh, Nidhogg's really interesting. I mean, I'm totally into that.
He is very angry. Just the worst.
I know. Oh my goodness. Maestra said, "What is your most and least favorite thing about modding?"
My fellow mods. Both.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh. Wow.
All right, I'm out.
My least favorite.
Won't miss you.
My least favorite is when we run really bad reacted users. They did not take kindly to it. My favorite thing is pretty much everything else. It's really great.
Yeah. You say that now.
Yeah, I'd like to change my answer to mod mail.
My least favorite thing about modding is having to tell people that I have to take their post down. It makes me sad every time I have to do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to remove your posts, guys. I don't want to do it, but I have to.
Aww.
Yeah, no, I feel the same. It's like there has to be structure and rules so that things can be as efficient and, seamless as possible for everyone, but that comes with a price.
Mm-hmm. So just so you know, it hurts our feelings to have to remove your posts.
Aww. Ellie said, "What is your favorite Miraland nation?"
Ruin.
Rune!
No.
I like Pigeon.
Wasteland?
I have one.
You don't have one?
Not really. I mean, I guess Pigeon maybe because they have elves, and elves are pretty sweet in D&D, so.
That's true. I lied, though. I like North the best. I like military clothing. Give me all the sweet uniforms.
Where is Maddie? Maddie has just disappeared off the face of the earth.
I said North!
You got hidden. Okay.
Oh my goodness. And then Ellie also said, for each of you, which subreddit mod do you hate the most?
You, me!
Maddie.
That's a toss-up.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Me.
Did someone say myself?
All of us.
I think my
all
least
of
favorite
us
mod
did.
is
Oh no,
by
I said
far
Maddie.
Elsie.
So.
Just kidding.
6-way tie.
Oh.
No,
Bless said, "How do you feel?" Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say I don't hate anyone. I love all the mods.
We all hate you.
You have to
that
choose.
question.
Oh.
Thank you.
No. Oh.
Feelings
Super
not
used to
mutual.
that. It's cool.
Oh my goodness.
I'll go cry later.
Bless said, "How do you feel about Starry Corridor? And can you follow me on there?"
I will respectfully
gosh.
or disrespectfully
use it.
decline.
Same.
I
don't
used
really
to
use
really love Starry Corridor, but then I got everything with like that I can buy with honor points, and now honor points are totally useless, and so I'm just kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go in and just make pretty outfits with people just to make their like to cheer people up, but that's about it.
Aw.
Yeah, I used to be super into Starry Corridor. I used to try to get on the hot list all the time, but after a while it just became like too much of a chore, and now I don't care as much.
It's a lot. Like a lot of work, especially now with more people doing it. So much. Aiko said, "Do you wish there were more stamina events?"
Yes.
I
Like
don't.
true stamina, yes.
I don't
Yeah.
save stamina.
Well, I think as
I
long as
used-
they're like spaced out enough, I like them.
We had something recently. I don't know if it counted it as a stam
No,
event.
it was one of those boxed
packing
events
event?
or the
What?
packing
Oh,
event.
the
There we
packing
go.
event, yeah.
I'm like on the sheets thing, and I'm like, box. Yeah.
Idol said, "Should I be scared of Reddit?"
Very
Real
scared.
No.
No.
scared.
Good Reddit.
No, Reddit is
Idol.
great. Reddit is really great for finding what you need.
You
And
just
I feel like even
half
if
said
you, even
Don't
if
listen
you
to the drunk
are-
mod guys. By
Yes,
the way.
even if you aren't super familiar with the rules right away, if you get one warning, it's not the end of the world. Just like refresh yourself, and you'll be totally fine.
Oh
Ex-
yeah. I want to take that opportunity to like really like underline that is that like sometimes people are like, oh, I'm so sorry, and I'm like, that's okay. Like as long as you know like you care about the rules and you're not just like, well, whatever, they'll be fine. Like I'm just gonna break the same rule
Yes.
over and over again. Like we're not there to like wag our fingers at you necessarily.
Exactly.
I might start using it more. You guys are so nice. I don't use it not because of you guys, but because of other Reddit like subreddits that I've been on that have just like all been toxic. So I stopped
Yeah.
using it altogether.
That's
But I
understandable.
might actually use the LoveNikki one now.
We actually have a lot of
I say this and not because I'm a little biased obviously, but I honestly think it's a different community than other subreddits.
It really
I think
is.
the reason we have so many rules is because we work really, really, really hard to make sure it's not toxic, because I think a lot of people, when they think Reddit, they're like, ew. And I get
Right.
that, but I think we just work really hard to make sure it's not like that. And so most of our rules are to protect people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for
That's
sure.
so nice.
It's to
Or
protect
make searching
people
easier.
in the community, but also to like, actually, yeah, even when it comes to like the rules that we have specifically because of Alex and their rules in terms of service, it's
Yeah.
at its
Yeah.
core to protect the people
Mhm.
and the users.
Yeah.
And like one more thing, because I'm seeing and whispering someone saying like they felt bad when their post was deleted. Don't feel bad, because like I've had my posts deleted in other subreddits, and like half of these mods I've deleted their posts before they
Yep.
were mods. And like
Oh yeah, for sure.
You've deleted a couple of mine.
well, maybe you should have done it right.
Oh.
It's just like
You're not
No.
wrong. I
And
did
if
break
it's-
the rules.
if it's ever something that like you feel shouldn't be deleted, just let us know. Just like message us and like explain, and probably more than half the time we'll put it back if you have a good reason.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing if you feel like we even like banned you inappropriately or something, just let us know and we'll look it over.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Actually,
I've
really
put a
chill.
bunch of posts I've put a bunch of posts back just because I didn't understand what like they were referencing, or like there was something there that like I'm human. I don't, like I made a mistake, and as long as you're not screaming at me and like cursing at me, like like if you're like, oh, I think you made a mistake, then I've put at least like double like 50 posts back up just because I made a mistake.
For sure.
Yeah.
And when people like kindly tell you to make a mistake, it's gonna go a lot farther than people just like cussing you out.
I put a few of those posts back too, just to be like, no, I'm above this. Like I made a
Fine,
mistake,
you made a fair
but
point.
you
You're
should
mean, but you made a
probably
fair
not
point.
call me X.
Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah,
that's nice. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut somebody off. It's so
I
hard
totally
not to
forgot what I
talk
was
over
saying too,
people.
so it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Also, with removing posts, it's not like they don't disappear. They're still there. So if we need to reinstate a post, we totally can.
Yeah.
I feel like that might have even happened. I don't know, because Mara does most of the stuff for Reddit for us, but that might have even happened with one of our posts one time that you guys
the
had
first
to put
one,
back up.
Yes, the first one, because links have to come through us and
Right.
stuff like that's kind of iffy, so we had to look into it first. And it's nothing against you, it's
Right.
just we wanted to make sure that this checked out because we don't want to send our users more bad that might hurt.
Right.
Our
It
knee-jerk
sounds like that
reaction
just
to
makes it
protect
better
people
in the
is to
end.
remove something. Well,
That's
like
good
if
though.
we get
Being overly cautious is good.
yeah, if we get someone that sends a link and it's a really weird link, we don't want it to actually be a virus. And
Yes,
have people,
exactly.
so we'll remove it first and then look into the link. And then be like,
That
oh,
ma-
okay, it's actually good. And then we'll be like, hey, just so you know, you might want to fix your link. It looks really weird. We'll reinstate it.
Yeah.
Plus, we've
Right.
had people link to like Facebook groups where they're like, all they do is like gossip about other players and stuff, and they're really
Yes.
mean, and
Right.
so we want to like avoid that type of thing.
Yeah. Also, like
Just get those
there
tweets
are
out
like
of here.
surveys where they collect your IP address, and the person
Mhm.
who creates the survey like has all of them, and like sometimes they'll ask for your name and your email
Yes.
address, and it's like
Mhm.
all of these things. We promise we have a reason. I've read so many terms of service and privacy things to try and protect our users. I mean, yeah, there is a method to the madness.
Yes.
It sounds like it makes everything better in the end, though. Like, you guys do a lot for the subreddit, so
Oh,
that's
we
so
try.
nice. Oh my goodness. Bless said, do you think I asked too many questions? No,
I don't think you're
okay.
asking
Absolutely
No,
not.
love
More
it.
questions.
More questions. Questions are closed, but
No
Ellie
more
said,
questions.
are you happy with how Starry Corridor Sunday turned out? What is
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
so happy with that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
no, that was a great idea. I honestly wish I remember which user suggested it because
It was
I want
me.
to give them. Oh, was it you? Was it just you?
I had
Okay.
the server for like a month and no one said anything.
Can you
No, it was
explain
such a
what
good
it
idea.
is? I
I'm
don't
so
know
happy.
what is Starry Corridor Sunday. What did I miss?
So
Okay,
we don't
so-
allow. So we don't allow like Starry Corridor like posts, like just outfit posts of whatever you would post on Starry Corridor on the site normally, just because we used to get so much spam, and half of the sub hates it, half the sub really wants to show off their beautiful outfits. And so we did a vote and we got rid of the outfit posts except for in the mega thread, and people hate mega threads. So we put together just Starry Core Sunday so that just on Sunday you can like show off your outfits, and people have amazing posts like every week.
That's
it's
so
really-
cool.
It really took off.
That's such an awesome idea. I love it.
And I think
It's
that's
also-
probably one of our favorite days of the week too, because Starry Corridor Sundays are super easy and super chill.
Yes. I was about to
People can
say.
post all their outfits and have fun, and it's just great, and it's super awesome.
Aww. Now
Also, I
I
get to see
really
a lot
want to
of
be
really
on
pretty
Reddit.
things.
That's so nice. Oh, I love it. Aiko said, do you guys know each other in real life?
I don't want to.
Nope.
No.
I don't want to, is that what you said?
Yes.
Rude.
Get out.
So rude.
Yeah, I don't trust purity at all, frankly.
Banned.
Who said that?
Me.
Who's me? Who are you? Who is
Me?
this?
Lady Pyre.
Yeah,
Well,
get
we
I
know
will-
each other, like where we like what cities we live. So if any
Yeah.
of you are in my area, you're always welcome. I think I
I mean,
said
we're-
that the first week that I came on.
Yeah, I think we're all like on first name basis, seeing each other's faces through selfies, but
Yes.
no, we don't know each other. Like we're not neighbors. We don't hang
Yeah.
out at the coffee shops. But
Actually, I don't think you guys have seen me. Oh wait, yeah, you
Yes.
have.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
you were.
posted that. You posted that
TikTok.
video.
With my
Lucky
wolf pack. Oh yeah, my
the lucky
TikTok.
star.
Oh yeah. Oh man, does everybody want to see my Lucky Star video?
Oh, please post a lucky star video.
Oh my
Do
gosh.
Post it.
Super
Post
old.
the
Excellent.
Lucky
Wait,
This
Star
is my
wait.
first
Do
YouTube
it.
video ever.
Oh, do it. You have to show
Oh,
them.
I'm gonna
goodness.
take a bathroom break.
Okay, well, while you're putting that in whispering, I'm going to ask the next question. Bless said, what do you think of Star Quarter competitions?
Garbage.
What is that?
When
I
the
don't
Starry
know.
Corridor, remember when they have those competitions? You get to the top, and then you get some
Oh.
points, and then they give you
Oh.
things.
Honestly,
those
I
even
find them
work?
kind of trivial because it's like when you have those Starry Quarter communities, which I feel like are fine in of themselves, but when those competitions come up, it's like they're gonna get it no matter what. So I think they're
Yeah,
kind of
Yeah,
moot.
I don't
Yeah.
like them.
I agree. Mara said, do you experience similar headaches as the L&D mods do when ranking events are announced or
Oh my
ongoing?
god.
Yes,
The first ones were awful. And it was people arguing like we had this like shaming from all sides. Like I think a lot of our problems too where people were very mad at the people who were participating and were spending money. And a lot of people were saying like if you spend money on this, like you're the worst person ever. And like it was awful because there's also, I don't know how to phrase this. It's also not good to kind of like spending shame someone because I know a lot of people spend a lot of money on this game, but they also make good money and they can spend it however they want.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that was a big problem for us. And then it was just, it's a headache in general whenever people like want to organize petitions and things like that. I mean, I get it and I think it's a great thing, but people tend to also get like mad at us and we're like, we have no say in this. We actually don't even know the developers.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't help you. Like we can't, they're like, why would you do this in our mod mail? And we're like, we're not at all.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't make the game. We're just you. But
And it's a similar headache, I think, when there's like new suits, like with skin color and makeup, we always have headaches with that because people tend to get like really heated about that and argue over like skin tones and everything. And I think we all kind of collectively roll our eyes when we see something like that because while those discussions are great and should be encouraged, for some reason they always turn out really nasty at the end.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
With
And we
regards
agree
to the
too. Like we really want to see all that diversity, but there's nothing we can do about it. So
Yeah, exactly. And I would love more makeup. I would love for every makeup to match everything we have. But like it always turns nasty when people start arguing about it.
I think one of my favorite mod mails is when someone was like, "Hello, can you please give me a redeem code?" No.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Oh, is that the one that said they said like their grandfather died or something? Can they have a
yes,
redeem?
we don't talk about other users.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, we're
like
breaking
they're
rules.
They're fine.
Okay.
But, yeah,
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I said one of the biggest problems with the ranking events, coming back to that, was the shaming afterwards. We did have to remove so many comments after gold because people would be like, man, I spent so much money on this and I didn't get it, or I fell out of the rankings, and they had a problem afterwards of people, oh, you shouldn't have spent you should have taken our advice. You should have signed the petition. You should have boycotted. And it was a nightmare. And we got a lot of the hate afterwards for removing the, like, we're trying to, the people can grieve in the way they feel necessary, because obviously they wanted to play and they wanted to partake, and it just didn't work out. And it was bad.
Yeah, and it's like
I
you
think
shouldn't be punished for participating in an event on a game that you like. And I don't know, I just feel like be empathetic towards people is kind of the baseline rule with that.
Yeah, because I think like I tend to lean a little bit more towards like boycotting ranking than some of the other mods, but even so, the baseline is like be respectful. Like why would you like roll around happily in the misery of someone else? Stop it. Like be a human being. No. That is not okay to talk to anybody
There's
like
still
that.
humans behind the computer screen. Like there's a level of respect you still need to have for people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually find myself using that line a lot when I have to be the intermediate. It's just like, hey, remember, they're not just someone you disagree with, like a voice randomly in the internet. They're a real human being with feelings. And you'd be surprised how often that line actually gets through. Like they actually forgot that there's another person with the same range of emotions. Yeah.
I think they actually do. So we have one more question, and then we do have one question that we kind of ask at the end always. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up real quick. Sorry we went a little bit over for you guys. Maestra said, has there ever been posts that you wish you could leave up but you can't due to the rules? Oh, it said the question was answered. Oh.
I actually have something else for that. I don't think someone said it earlier, but I think a lot of times people will post like this beautiful art and they'll say like, I'm open commission, I have prints on this. And like, I would love to support them. I would love to say like, yes, of course, post it, like open commissions, let me buy a print of that. But I think LoveNikki has really strict terms of service. And I know that at least, I don't know, maybe a year ago, they were like, I mean, they take like other games using their assets and stuff very seriously. So we try to protect everyone by saying like, you can link to your social media where you sell it, but you can't say like on the sub that you sell it. And so I think I don't want to keep money from these people who are working hard to make this art, but at the same time, I'm like, you know, we can't have them sell something where they like don't own the assets that they're drawing, if that makes sense. So
yeah,
I always
exactly
feel bad around that. Yeah.
And they also said earlier, you guys, they don't want to take down any of your posts. It hurts.
We don't want to.
But sometimes we have to.
Yes.
So our last question we always ask is if there is anybody you guys would like to see on the show next.
Sweet Cupcake.
Yes.
That would be
We're
cool.
trying. I have talked to her. She's just really busy, so we may have her eventually or do like
Can
a
you guys
written
refresh
interview,
me
but...
on who that is? Who is that?
She's the owner of Nikki's
Is it Nikki Info? Okay, that's what I thought.
She's like
yeah.
the big
Get
brand
her
there.
on. Get her on.
We're trying. She knows everybody really wants her to come on. She's just really busy, so it might take a little while for her and for things to
I'm
calm
sure.
down. But
I can't imagine how much work it takes.
Oh, it'll be a good
We
episode.
can only increase her mysticism, like not being on the show though. So
Right. Someone I think
So
would
we
be
might do,
really
like, a
awesome.
written interview.
Really awesome for the show, but it will never ever happen, are the devs.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
I think they're running from us, honestly.
That would be awesome. I don't know if it's possible, but that would be cool.
I think going on from what was said before about artists, I think having an artist on here who does like maybe someone who, you know, won something in the fan art contest recently, that would be really good to get someone like that on.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
actually
awesome.
a really cool idea. I love that.
Y'all know the person we dealt with yesterday with their selling information? They won.
Yes.
With that artwork.
Oh, she did?
Yes, she did.
Oh,
I saw it in
we
the
can't
thing. I
talk
was so
about
happy.
other users.
Okay, y'all don't know her name. I didn't say nothing.
Sorry, I had to remove your post.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't want to.
Rain already yelled
But
at me
no,
once.
I think maybe we can reach out to them for you guys and ask if they
That
would
would
love
be
to be on here.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's such an awesome
Yeah.
idea. Yeah, go ahead and let us know. That would be really cool.
And
Alrighty,
she
I
can
think that's
promote her prints on here, right?
that's something.
I don't.
At least
Well, is it against LoveNikki terms? I don't know.
It is.
It is.
Well, they're
I don't
super
know about
litigious.
that.
Like it would be
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a great idea. I wouldn't suggest it.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here. We're so glad that you took the time to, take out of your busy schedules to be with us and answer our questions.
A
We're
busy
so
day of
happy
day
to-
Oh,
drinking.
yeah, thank you for having
For
us.
inviting us, yeah. Also,
It's my lazy
busy,
Saturday,
but
it's
it's a
fine.
Saturday, so I mean.
I still had to take off work.
Aw.
No!
That's how much we love you.
And you still have a subreddit to mod. Is it on fire right now? Now that you're
I
No,
actually,
nothing's going on.
I literally said, like, before this started in our Discord, I was like, if people take this opportunity to S-post all
Yes.
over the sub, I'm going to freak out. And
I've-
nobody did.
The
I've
mods
been
are
modding.
here.
I am so proud of our community. Sometimes you guys, like, I don't know.
I've been
Sometimes the
modding
community
while
is
you
so
guys were
amazing.
That's great.
Yeah,
Does
for all of
anybody-
you that are here, if you feel like you missed what's going on Reddit, you didn't. Nothing's happening.
It was a challenge post.
Does anybody have anything they want to say as like a final thing before we go?
We love you.
Thank you for being here, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us. This is an honor.
Thank you guys so much for being
Thank
here. Thank you
you.
everybody who listened in, and thank you Flav. We also hope Flav feels better.